Alright guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be going over some of the UI interface changes that the PTR is showing, that because they kind of stated that they made some changes to the UI, but nothing really too crazy. So I thought I'd go over some of the changes and just to bring you guys up to speed a little bit. So let's go ahead, jump straight into this. When you hit escape, the first thing you're going to be seeing is this is changed now. No longer is it the longer like rectangle boxes. Now they're kind of more condensed, shorter. I think the font's a little smaller. You get a little bit more of an icon, and it's a lot cleaner. I like this look a lot better. I think this is what they needed to do sooner. On top of that, I think this is also raised up a little bit more. Previously, this was a little bit lower and kind of harder to deal with, and now it looks like it's a little bit higher up. On top of that, it kind of has its own like fold out color. Maybe it's in my settings, I'm not too sure, but I remember previously with mine it would just be kind of like see-through, kind of blend in with this a little bit. So that's a nice little change there as well. So now they got the settings and all that over here as well. So then the next big change I think is pretty interesting is if we go over into the journal, we can see now they have more categories for quest lines, which kind of gives us a little indication of what we might be seeing in the future. So we have the main story, obviously. Skill progression. This one I'm a little curious on. I don't know if this is going to be similar to like the fishing quest line. It has to deal with like the trade skills, so there's going to be more trade skill quests to get like maybe tier loot, so on and so forth. They did state once you get to like level 200 you can work towards getting like loot boxes, so I think that might be something similar in this vein. You know, you get experience and that experience gives you a chest. Maybe there'll be some quest lines that come along with it, so that's pretty interesting. Epic weapons and armor, I think that's going to be for your mastery quest lines, for your weapon mastery. Once you get to like level 20 you get that mastery quest to get the gear, so that might be a situation like that. Side story stays the same, faction quest stays the same. Event quest I think is new as well. I don't remember ever seeing that. So event quest is probably going to be more for like seasonal events. Now we got the winter thing going on, something similar to that. I think that's what's going to be kind of filling up this area. Town projects, nothing new there. Recipes, it only says 0 to 1, so that one's a little weird. I don't know if you can like pin a recipe you're looking for or something. I don't know, it's kind of interesting. I don't know what they might be doing with that. So that was an interesting one there. The next thing I wanted to kind of go over with you guys is if we jump into the inventory tab here, we can kind of see some changes here right off the bat. So here we can actually see the camp tier, and we can see you can change your skin. We did see from the data mine recently that they're going to be incorporating camp tier skins. So this pretty much just, you know, guarantees that. Actually, I think if I click it, it does show some of the other ones. So it does show that we will be able to change the look of our camp, and I think it's going to be wherever you like, everybody can see it. And it looks like one of them can be crafted and two of them are via the store. So that's correct. Okay, so you just can be looking for that. The next big cool change I see here is if you click on this or any piece of gear, you can actually go to upgrade. So now you'll be able to upgrade your gear score from the Umbral Shard to increase your gear score of the item. So if you get an item that has like the perfect attributes that you're looking for, the perks you're looking for, you can now actually kind of raise the gear score and help you out. I was looking to see if you can see where it says your watermark level or your expertise level is, but I don't actually see it. I think I saw on Demon Kim's one of his videos that it might have showed like a little number off to the side, but I don't know if that was just a screenshot or if it was actually that. So that's something to keep an eye out. I think if that is correct, the gear score is going to be popping up right over here like a little number, which is going to be kind of nice to see where you're at. But yeah, so that's the UI interface changes that I've noticed. If there's any more that you guys have noticed, please let me know. I would like to know. But like, I mean, just kind of going over everything, that's pretty much all there is. There is some hidden changes that we might as well cover now while we're already going on this video. Let me just go ahead and swap this over to this and then go over to here. So oh boy, let me zoom in on this a little bit. I got lovely an ultra wide, so it's kind of a little hard to see there. So over on Reddit, Where did it go? Here we go. So Captain Keel came out, and from data mining, these are some changes that are not mentioned in the patch notes because everyone loves hidden nerfs and changes, right? So obviously Amazon Games has been doing this pretty frequently, having some secret patches and not telling everybody about it. Either they're just too lazy to fill out the patch notes completely, or they're just kind of waiting. Granted, it is PTR, so these aren't changes that have taken effect. They may just be kind of seeing how they play. So I wouldn't take it too much into consideration as this is fact. I would take this as this is a possibility, and if they like this, if they like what they see, this may be happening. So as I said, take it with a grain of salt. So the Great Axe is getting changes to the Executioner Great Axe quest. Reap damage is decreased from 110% to 70%. Gravity Well can possibly no longer crit. Can crit null to false. Unsure if null means if it could crit before. I have no idea. Maybe you Great Axe users can let me know. Haste from Bloodlust reduced from 30% to 20%. Sorry. Okay, so they're just gonna kind of gave Great Axe a decent nerf there. Blood-soaked arrow damage reduced from 57 to 0.5 to 50%. Possibly a bug fix, as a tooltip said 50%. Okay. So this is not even a nerf. This is just a fix of a bug. Warhammer Path of Destiny stun reduced 66% by 66%. Hit stun 30. Oof. So Warhammers are getting a pretty good. Path of Destiny is getting a pretty good nerf. Path of Destiny now gives the same stun regardless of crit block. So blocks hit stun 25 to 10, 35 to 10. Path of Destiny could no longer get backstab bonus. Path of Destiny no longer causes camera shake. Clear out fortify buff is reduced. Perks related to Rend on Shockwave are now nerfed. Oof. So Warhammer and Great Axe are getting nerfed pretty hard here. Ice Gauntlet, Ice Storm, Freeze, base cooldown reduced from 7 seconds to 6 seconds, and tick rate from 10 to 7. Entombed, light attack, break, mana cost reduced from 20 to 10. So Ice Gauntlet's getting a little bit of a buff, nothing too crazy. Musket, powder burn duration increased from 15 to 20. I tried to do this one myself, and I couldn't verify if this one's accurate or not. If it is like increasing 15 to 20, that's a pretty decent buff, because as most people will say in OPR, you get hit with the burn damage, it really takes away your health. And now imagine that's the duration is lasting 5 more seconds. That is pretty, it's kind of like a buff actually. So Void Gauntlet, Purify Scream, healing reduction reduced from 25 to 10%. So Void Gauntlet getting a little bit of a nerf. I was actually talking to one of my company mates today, and we're talking about how the Void Gauntlet is very versatile, and it's a little too good at being versatile. Like, it's good at healing, it's good at DPS, it has good trap or stun or immobilization. So I don't know, I think Void Gauntlet's pretty strong right now. And then bonus for post 200, each skill has a different amount of experience required. Armoring example requires 1,764,000 for the full reward, a box that can have various legendary patterns. The 2 sub rewards at 33 and 66 each give a 1 suspended vial of Azoth. That's it. No other. So it's no point of going for the sub rewards at all. Also note that not all trade skills have unique rewards. For example, cooking, Jewelcrafting only get a single vial of suspended Azoth at all 3 reward levels. There is no I can't read apparently. Sorry guys. There are no unique reward like armoring has. It seems only armoring, weaponsmithing, arcana, and furnishing, which currently have legendary trophy materials, and engineering have unique drops. The rest either have nothing but vials of Azoth or vials and what most people would consider non-pickup greens, small quartz crystals. This sucks. Being a pretty much endgame skinner and leatherworker, and I mean I make some armor, but this is pretty much it. I have been actually transitioning to jewel crafting a little bit. Means that once I get to 200 and I continually making stuff to sell, I'm only going to be getting Azoth. I don't like that change. Unless the single vial of Azoth is like a lot of Azoth, more than I would get from OPR. Like OPR, I'm getting like what, 200 Azoth per game, 250. Like it has to be like, oh, give me a full 1,000. It's the only way it's worth it. I also don't really understand the difference in experience requirements. For example, mining needs 49,480. However, skinning requires. Whoa, why is skinning so high? Maybe because I guess you're to get the high end like skinning, like the leather, like the smolder hide, scar hide. You gotta kill a lot of creatures, so maybe that's why. I guess that kind of makes sense. Harvesting does seem kind of. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense in my opinion. The skinning and logging, because you do tend to have a lot more quantity than harvesting. You know, you gotta kind of search for the items. Same with mining. Except even harvesting, like if you're going after hemp and silk, you can get that real easy. But, interesting. Axe crit damage multiplier reduced from 1.4 to 1.3. Endgame conversion recipes. Basically, that's all other stuff here. What's this here? Following graph. The odds of increasing your watermark were reduced from 10% to 1 per. Wait, what? The odds of increasing your watermark were. Minimum gear score increase is nerfed at higher watermarks, 2 to 1. Odds of a 600 gear score dropping were reduced significantly, but odds of a 59 plus 1 is up on average. Okay. So they raised up the rates of getting loot, or you're raising your watermark up to 591 faster, but once you get to 591, so hitting 591 up to 600 is slower. So they're really slowing down that race to get to 600. A bunch of other stuff that modifies this. Okay, well, if you guys want to read this, I'll leave a link down below so you guys can kind of dive deeper into it. I don't want to go too far into it. And then looks like this is it. Gypsy edit with testing a new world database. Discord on OPR cast gave 3+ expertise. It's unclear if this is always +3. The rules of regular weapon watermark 0520 combined with changes opposite. I've said that we have increased the amount to expertise. Amount your expertise increases with each bump to make gypsum cast, and the random bumps feel more valuable. I'll have to let you know how this feels. After I play for a bit, I should have an understanding or feeling of how this makes the watermark feel. Because currently the watermark feels a little grindy, right? You don't really feel like you're working towards something. But if you can see a number kind of going up on your like the left of your inventory, seeing your watermark continuously going up, that will kind of give you a effect of satisfaction, right? Because you know you're working towards something, you're making progress. So that's pretty interesting. Let me know what you guys think down below about some of these hidden changes, the UI changes, and all that. And if you guys like to see more, just make sure to hit that subscribe, comment down below, hit that like, and I'll see you guys next time.